black shirt.
Oh, I'm back, babies.
He's back in black.
I'm back in black. My black shirt is black. Where is Liam? Looks like the moon from
I am the moon.
the bush.
This one time, dishwasher, toothpick, banana. When you're a moon, it all lands the same. Welcome back to another episode of the Rapid Rank. Rapid Rank. Matt, do you want to check? I've started doing the Rob started doing the and then Matt's doing
Rapid Rank.
Oh, I like that actually. I like that.
That is
I
pretty
like
good.
that. That is. My name is Liam, joined again by
Roberto.
and he's at it again.
Matt.
Matt's also here.
I'm just looking at the name that I've written down for the little. We have
yeah.
names on this screen. It says Spruce Moose, but that's not my name.
You
Yeah,
are the spruce moose, though. You are the sprucest moose that ever moose, my friend.
That is it. It's like this is my moose outlets.
You are looking very sprucey
That's what's
today,
up.
might I add.
Oh, stop it!
Extra spruce. I was
Pizza
commenting to Liam on your spruce. I was like, man, he's just looking so sprucey.
Yeah. He had to tell me because I didn't realize, but then when he said it, I was like, oh my God, spruciest man alive. Love his name. So here we are, the Rapid Rank podcast, where we go right back to the start of our podcast days, nearly 2 years ago, and we re-rank the ones from times past to see if we change our answer, see if we back ourselves in. I mean, that would suggest that we go back and listen to what we did before. I don't think we do. We just kind of just go for it again and see how we end up. But unlike our regular episodes, just the 1 minute. 1 minute to teach. I'm going to teach you guys everything. To tell everyone else why your rank should rank supreme. How does that sound, guys? Sound all right?
Sounds good. A 1 minute rank. Wow. Feeling the pressure
We
already.
only got 1 minute to rank the world. Well, I know I can tell in your voice. I am just I'm full of pressure right now.
I'm stressing.
When I'm under pressure,
No, I can't stress enough
withdraw
about this.
all emotion. This is me super
Oh God, he's
stressed.
stressed.
Right
So now we do go back into the start of these ranks, but we do this from our regular episodes on the That's Rank podcast, where we take your ideas. We need ideas for our things to rank.
Rank.
Rob or Matt, can you tell people where to get us, or do you want me? Or do you want No, we'll get Rob to do it.
NTO.gov.au.
He's done the same joke as last time. Is that like the one website you remember? You ever reminded me though? I have to do my tax still.
Is Ask Jeeves still a thing?
Ask Jeeves. It might be. I'm not sure if anyone uses it, but it might be.
Yeah.
Rob,
That's
where can
RankPod
people
at
ask Jeeves?
realestate.com. That's RankPod at Gmail. That's RankStock at Insta. That's right. That's RankPod at Facebook and YouTube's and Threads.
Very good.
But really,
good,
it's Insta
very
and it's
good.
email. So Insta's where you'll find
Insta,
the
email,
updates.
YouTube. Those are the three mains.
What about MySpace?
Bro, if MySpace is still up, I might actually jump on and do it because just for the nostalgia.
Just for
For the
lols.
nostalgia.
Yeah.
But today we're going to go right back to episode number 5. Episode number 5.
Wow.
And we're going to be ranking the best airport tradition. Oh, the best airport tradition. Now, we have all recently been together to an airport.
No.
Have we not, gentlemen?
Have we?
I think we may have.
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah.
I say,
You were there. And
I was
you were there.
I say recently. I mean, it's going back a lot too long, in my opinion. Now,
6
too
months
long.
now.
Time is but a
my
construct.
God.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
crazy. But we were all there together, and you know, the airport can be a bit of a solemn place, especially if you get there way too early. Are you guys early arrivers, or do you kind of rush in last minute?
Hey,
Somewhere in the middle.
that could be a tradition you're talking about there.
Or solid and very
Or-
very valid point. Or sorry, my lad. I won't go into it then. Matt, what about you? No, I'm just kidding. Whoa, what was that?
This is the noise I made with the mouth.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I was worried. Okay, so we can't talk about it then. We have to get straight into it because if we're going to have a preamble about airport traditions, we might start talking about airport traditions that each of us hats.
That's true. We
It
almost
is very
step on each
true.
other's toes.
We might do. We don't want to do that.
Not
But it is the rapid rank.
mentors.
It is the rapid rank after all. So what would it be without getting right into it and getting into it off the bat? Who, might I ask, would like to go first?
I have a quick point of clarification.
Oh, always.
Can
with
this be
guy,
an
man.
can this include airplane traditions or specifically airport
what is the-
traditions?
You know what I said to you before we started recording?
I can't remember.
I said there was one specific thing. If you said it, it would not count in my book
Oh, yeah, okay.
because the rank is airport traditions.
Uh,
I don't want to hear nothing about your butter. That's all I'm going to say.
You know, it's so funny because I asked that question because I was thinking about the butter. Okay, so no butter.
Does it cut out?
Can you hear me?
No butter. No butter.
No butter.
Yeah,
Wait, do you
yeah.
just take a bit of butter with you on an airplane? Is this the joke?
No. So what Rob does, it's his story, and Rob, no, we can hear you. There's a slight delay, but that's okay. We'll work with it.
Fix me first.
Yeah,
I'll catch up.
I'll try my best. No, tell Matt the story about the butter.
Well, I just have a real structure to my airplane food. So, and it starts by taking the butter, which is normally from the fridge and too hard, and I place it on top of the alfoil lid of the hot food. I place it on top, and then I have the cheese and crackers. And I'll generally take my time, and I'll get a wine to have with the cheese and crackers. So I'll drink my wine, and I'll have the cheese and crackers, and I'll rotate the butter halfway through to soften. And then after I finish the cheese and crackers and the wine, then I can gleefully spread my butter across my roll, which I'll save for later after I eat the main hot meal. And then I'll use the breaded butter to like soak up the hot meal, and then I'll finish it off with dessert every time. That's my trick.
That is such a good strategy.
I love this. I love this picture of Rob gleefully shredding butter in the plane. Though, just him jammed into this seat because he's a monster of a man, and sitting in this little tiny seat, just gleefully with his hands up, going, "I'm so gleeful right now." Elbows up around your ears, trying to do it because
That's my airplane
But
tradition.
no. That's your airplane
Airport.
tradition, but this is
Airport.
airport tradition. Very specific airport tradition. I definitely have mine, and I'm concerned that someone might steal it, but I don't mind if someone else would like to go first because I went first last time.
I've got one.
Oh, Matt.
Can I go first? Dibs.
Anyone want to go first? Anyone at all?
I've got one as well.
can't see-
But Matt's got one. Matt's the guest, so Matt can jump in first.
Bueller.
Oh, Matt, you've got one, Matt. Okay,
That's
sorry,
all.
I didn't see that. All right, so let's get the 1 minute up, and we are
Say
going to
when.
rock. We're going to rock and roll right into this. Your 1 minute starts right now.
Wearing a hat. I wear a hat. Go through check-in. Basically. So, like, because we have so much things, basically, as I've checked in, the luggage going on the belt, ka-chow. I'm walking to the security check-in, and I take my hat off. Then I take my watch off. Then I pull all the shit out of my pockets, take my belt off. Anything that I need to take off, I put in that hat. And then once I'm there, I'm ready to go. I get the tray out for the backpack, the tray out for like the laptop, the hat, 2 trays. Bum. No one's waiting for me to take anything off.
It's true.
That was it.
That's actually a really smart idea. I might get a hat just for the airport.
I think it was there's a movie. It's not about a hat, but it's had George Clooney. He flies a lot for business, and he was just talking to someone who's just started. He's like, "Be ready by the time you hit security." And I'm like, well, I love wearing hats.
I love that though.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, last 5 seconds. Anything to add about the hat?
Baseball caps are the best, but sometimes it's a cowboy hat. Yeehaw.
Can I say I was when you first started that I was just kind of like wearing hats, and then when you came through with the actual follow up as to why, my God, my man, you are my favorite person because there is nothing worse than getting stuck behind someone at security who's just getting their shit together.
Yeah.
I put everything in the bag. If I got a backpack, I just chuck everything in it, and then that's where it stays. And then once I get through, that's when I start taking things back out again. Because but the hat makes more sense because you don't want to put your wallet in your bag.
Yeah,
You have to pull it out afterwards. What's that? The hat done.
Sometimes you got to
dusted.
take the belt off, though. You got to take the belt off. Sometimes you got to take the laptop and the iPad out of the bag.
Well, I sort of do it
I
that
try to
way.
do that with Advanced because I'm also.
Yep. But Matt has a massive hat, so everything, even the laptop, just fits directly
It's
snugly in
I have
that.
a very messed up neck because of just the amount of stuff I keep. No, wait, because wait.
No, I do like that idea.
I don't know where
I
this
like the
joke
idea
is
that you actually
going.
keep everything in the hat on your head, put the hat on, and then as you get to security, it's like, okay, there you go.
That's the thing
Everything.
is like, I don't never have check-in luggage because I just have 20 kilos of shit in my giant hat, like a Mary.
What's that? 20-gallon hat? Cute. Mine's 20 kilos.
You just keep your passport up in the rim of the cowboy hat.
Yeah,
Where's your passport? So you just say,
Yeah.
there it is.
Some Peaky
There you
Blinder
go,
shit right there.
mister.
Goodness me. Very good, Matt. I like that. I like that a lot.
I like that's a good tradition.
Rob, I have one. You have one. Do you want to go? Should I go?
I can go.
Okay, you steal mine. I know where you live. 3, 2, 1, begin.
Well, it's divisive because this will split the audience, but I get to the airport 3 hours in advance of the flight. As soon as that check-in opens, I am there. And this is the carryover from the days of when we never used to be able to buy the exit row seats, and it was first come, first serve. So I used to have to be the first in the queue in order to get the exit row. And you'd get there and you'd look over and there was like all big people at the front of the queue because they were all on the same page. And I just kept it going. And it came to my advantage when we went to Japan because I forgot to pack any pants.
That's true.
And because I had 3 hours to spare, we were able to get some pants delivered, have a beer while we waited, and pants to Japan. It was wonderful. So 3 hours.
Pants to Japan.
3 hours in advance
Pants to
is something I always do. It's a habit, and I just like to avoid any stress of being late for my flight because there's nothing worse than going to miss your flight. It's the worst feeling in the world. I like to avoid that scenario altogether. So I like to be able to get the best seat. I like to get the best seats and check in. I like to have a beer. I like to get coffee.
Time. Good boy. I love that you just stop there. No, I'm in the same boat as you, my man, because I used to do the same thing. I used to get there first in line, just to see if I can get A, an aisle seat, or B, an exit seat, because I'm not as big as you are, but I'm not a small guy. I'm 6'3". What are you, 6'6", 6'7"?
6'6".
6'6". We're big fellas. Matt, you're pretty tall, right?
5'11", 6, I think.
Shorty. All right, so we got
Fuck girl.
He fits into a seat. Lucky. No, I used to do the same thing. I used to rock up early. I must admit, I've kind of laxed on that a lot. Like usually with like domestic flights, I'll rock up half an hour before. It's be like, it's fine.
Well, now that you pre-book it all, you check in. Like it's all it's a bit different.
Still, you never know. I just remember one time, years and years ago, just real quickly, I was in Korea and going to visit Japan. And I got to the airport early. I'm like, fuck yeah, I got here really early. So I sat down, I checked in, sat down, started reading them, and forgot completely that one, it was Incheon Airport, which is massive. 2, I hadn't gone through security. And I'm like, look, I was like, I sprinted through that airport. I got through security and ran, and it was like I had to get onto a bus to get to and I was just like, you goose.
Was a good read, though.
I think it was one of the what's that show? Game of Thrones books.
Of Fire and Ice.
Yeah, one of them.
No, see, this is the reason why I like getting there early, is to get through all the security in good time. And the reason I like to do that leads into mine. So I'm going to get onto my number one. My number one. That's very presumptuous of me. My 1 minute. I'm going to start my 1 minute right about now. So there's one thing that I do every time I go to the airport. It doesn't matter what time of day it is, what time of morning, evening, night. It doesn't matter. Once I get through security, I'm doing something that Rob said that we did all the time. I'm getting an alcoholic beverage of any capacity. It could be beer from in Australia. I got some lovely sake when I was living in Tokyo last time. It could be whatever. It's mostly beer, though. It's usually beer. Is it expensive? Sure. But I don't know why I speak so fast in these 1 minutes. Like, it's just like, calm down, Liam. It's okay. Because you've only got 1 minute doesn't mean you have to rapid rank the thing legitimately. But I think it's something that everyone shares too, because it kind of feels like you're about to go somewhere. Like that's when you pick up that beer and you put it to your lips, you're like, oh, holiday. Oh. Mm-hmm. It doesn't even have to be a holiday. You could be going for somewhere for work. But there's that kind of feeling that when you're in an airport, when you get yourself a drink of some capacity, and you enjoy it, then it kind of signifies and starts the beginning of your journey. Because the rest of it's all...
time.
Or
I stopped.
what?
I stopped too.
Good work, Lee. Good work.
And then what happens is like, no, I'm just kidding. I won't tell you. But yes, that's what I do.
Righty.
That's what I do. Get
What if,
drunk.
what if the bar's not open?
That is a quandary.
Jet fuel.
Yes, correct.
Conundrum.
Yeah. I
Hand
don't think I've
sanitizer.
ever.
William's just like, it's tradition. It relaxes me.
I'm blind.
The journey's beginning. No, I don't think I've ever really experienced it. Like, I mean, I think a lot of countries are okay. They have the bar open pretty much all the time. Australia's a bit different. Like, I know that like if it's too early or too late, everything will be closed up or whatever. But it's been quite rare that I've had nowhere to partake.
When I left Tokyo this time from Haneda, the bar had shut down. It all shut down when I got there. Like,
What
the flight
time
was
did you
like,
fly?
like midnight, and I was like, "What the hell?" And everything was closed down. I was like, "Damn."
Yeah.
Yeah, the airport I was at in Osaka, when I went from Osaka to Seoul, there was just like a little bakery type place. There actually wasn't much to eat or drink at. And I was like,
no. The Japanese are not really known for their the best airports in the world. It's no Changi, it's no Incheon. You know, those airports are the best. But you know, you'll only find like the things you need. You know, very Japanese. A Macca's, a 7-Eleven. Oh, there you go. You could have done that. Was there a 7-Eleven at Haneda Airport? Because there was a 7-Eleven at Narita when I left. And
There wasn't a Haneda. There was one shop that was selling like rolls and little Japanese snacks, and then there was vending machines and sandwiches and things like that.
Nah. Well, that's mine. That's mine. Well, mine's the brewskis. I'm sorry you didn't get to experience that.
So we have bringing a hat.
Bring it out. Yep.
We have arriving 3 hours early,
Yep.
and we have beer.
Getting drunk. Doesn't have to be beer. It could be any drink. A drink of choice.
you drank on.
Yeah.
Get your drink on. Get your drink on.
So you went last, Liam. So that means you rank first.
I
We
do,
just pick
and
one, don't we?
We just pick one.
on the
We just pick one. We just pick
But
one.
you
on the
can't pick
record.
your own?
You can't pick your
your own.
own. See, I do what Rob does. Well, I used to do what Rob does and get there super early. And granted, it did save our tail last time, or save your tail specifically from being
Quite literally.
cold in Japan. It took us out. But I quite liked the genius of Matt's though. I quite like it how he turned it around. Like I thought wearing a hat, cool man, wicked. But then he bamboozled me. He bamboozled me with the perfect little storage capsule for the security check-in. Saves everyone time, not even just himself. Everyone behind him. He's doing everyone a favor. Matt, I love that tradition. That's my one.
Good call. And I also was impressed by the ingenuity behind Matt's one. And because I enjoyed, I appreciated the ingenuity behind it. And B, I also appreciate people that are organized at the fucking security check-in. Like I like it when people have got their stuff in order because I try to do that. I try to be that person. So I appreciate that. It's considerate. It's efficient. It's smart. I may very well
fashionable.
It's fashionable.
Mm-hmm.
I actually rarely get a boozy drink at the airport. I'm very much a coffee person at the airport. That'd be my tradition, but I don't typically go the booze. So I'm going to go the hat too.
Hat it is. And now, Matt, it doesn't matter because you've already won this week's episode, but you have to choose which one you like out of ours better.
Oh my god, this is tough. Probably gonna go. Unfortunately, I'm the same as Rob. Like, I'll probably go arriving early, just because not every time I go to the airport I get a drink. That being said, I did arrive early when I was going to Japan, and got like 2 pints, and it was great. I was like buzzed. But yeah, I think arriving early, probably not 3 hours early.
What's your limit?
That's pretty early, actually.
That is, I think.
But it used to be 3 hours, man. It used to be 3 hours.
That was when they opened.
Generally, probably hour for domestic, 2 hours for international.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
rapid rank.
Matt, you've done it. You've taken out the rapid rank.
What do I win?
You win. I'll put the little animation I made for the one when Ben won. I'll put that over your face as well. I'll put like a little.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, we go.
You win a hat.
I don't have any hats. So many hats.
You win
I
one
know
of
you have-
your
you have
own
a-
hats. But we will gift it to you as a prize.
Congratulations!
Yay! Thank you.
You've done
Just
it.
I haven't worn it in a while. I'm like, oh yeah, I have this hat. I win.
I flew to Sydney when I snuck into your room and I hit it
Oh
on
my
with your hats. And I was like, that's Matt's prize. I
Kinda
did that
would've
5
been
years
nice.
ago. You thought you bought that hat 5 years ago. No, I
Wait,
planned it
so
just
you
for this
came
one.
into this place knowing I would move into it this year, 5
yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's
that
happening to
amazing?
me 5 years from now?
Oh, you'll find out in 5 years.
Wow, I hope it's another hat.
In 5 years from now, I come back for the hat.
Oh, he comes back for
Wherever I
that.
am. Oh, but it's my hat.
It's just a receipt
confused.
you never wanted, Matt.
The bell
It's all
tower
coming back to
tolls. It's time to take the hat back. Ding. Oh my God, it's 5 years later. Ding. It's a hat attack.
It kind of feels how it is at the moment. 5 years later, ding, here we go. It's gone again.
And
Everybody-
I'll ask you to put the hat in another hat. I'll be like, put the hat in the hat.
Hat
Because
on
that's
the
the
hat on the
storage.
hat
That's
on
the
the hat.
carriage device.
Oh, yes, the storage hat. Man.
Do you put a hat into the hat if you had a big hat and
Okay,
you wanted to take
stop.
more hats?
We're gonna finish. Everyone, what's your airport tradition? Let us know in the comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, do all the fun stuff. Matt, well done on tonight, taking out the rapid
Thank
rank.
you.
Well
Thank
done.
you. Bowing. This is
And
how
we'll
people bow, right?
That is how people bow. Correct. You've been practicing. I can see. See you next time.
Karate chop.
Peace out, Brussels sprouts.